What's going on, everyone? Let's jump into this video. Like always, you set your bald line first, and then you want to go ahead and bald them out. I'm just going to go ahead and bald them out all the way around the head. And I kind of did this cut. I did one side how I normally cut, which is bottom to top, setting guidelines, knocking guidelines out as I go. And then the other side, I kind of wanted to do something a little different. So I went ahead and I faded from the top down. Just to show you guys, there are different ways to cut. It's kind of, you find your niche and kind of stick with it. So here I'm just using the shaver to bald out the bottom. And in this video, as you can see, I use my wall magic clips. I've kind of been stuck on these, and I'll be honest with you, I've been trying to use them a lot more because I'm getting pretty excited about those the cordless seniors that are coming out. So it's the same guard system, so I'm kind of trying to make sure I master it because I know I'm going to be stuck on those cordless seniors. And then obviously you set in your first guideline, that is no guard with the lever open. And I go ahead and knock the guideline out as I go. And really, when I'm knocking that line out, it's basically I'm playing with the lever the whole time. What you can do is start, do the no guard lever open and then close it halfway and go almost to the line, to the top line, but you don't want to go too far. And then close it again and use your corners and kind of play with the lever, and you'll kind of find your niche in that. And now this is the one guard with the lever open, setting in my second guideline, and then I go ahead and close the lever and I go back and just soften that bottom line out. Now that I use my corners with. It might not look like it, but I do. And I'm flicking out because it's just simply softening it. So when I take my half guard, I can knock it out quick. And then after the one, it's the 1.5 open, and then I close it and knock out that line. Here I just took my one guard to clean up where the 1.5 closed and the one open was. Now this is the half guard. I got it about halfway, the lever halfway open, and you just want to use the corners and flick out. And sometimes it might not take the line all the way out. That's when you just kind of play with the lever and just get the feel for it. If you're using the corners, you're not super committed, so you can kind of play around and feel it out. And because some people's hair texture are different, sometimes lines will come out with just the lever being halfway on the half guard. Other times I have to close it a little more. This I'm just detailing here now, going back and checking my work, looking in the mirror. That's huge. The mirror is your best friend. So I constantly step back, look in the mirror. It just gives you a different angle. Instead of looking down at your client, you're kind of looking eye to eye level with him. Alright, now this is the next side. Now I'm going to fade down. So instead of starting with no guard lever open, I started with my one guard lever open. And then when you fade down, you want to take the guard you started with, close it. Obviously start with open, and then after you set that line in, close it, and just go right underneath it. And you shouldn't really set guidelines in. It should just be able to blend right in. And it's okay if you accidentally set something in. Most of the time you can just go back with the guard before it and knock it out. So here's my one guard open. Or no, this is my half. Sorry, we already passed the one guard. Talking too much. So this is my half guard. I started with it open, and then I'll just close it as I go. Now this is no guard open. You see how there's really no lines, and it goes by pretty quick. I used to only fade going up, setting guidelines, and then I watched Chris Bazio do it on a couple of his videos, and kind of learned from him and tried it out. And to be honest with you, I still do fade, from bottom to top, but on certain hair textures, I found it super easy to just go down. Start to fade at the highest guard and fade down, like super coarse hair, like Spanish people, and hair like that likes to stick out, that's real fat in diameter. I found it super easy to fade down. Here, I'm just touching up this side now, just doing detail work. Now we're just gonna bring both sides together. I'm gonna do some shear over comb. I really like shear over comb. I just think it's just that extra touch, and I think as a barber we need to focus on shear work just as much as we focus on clipper work. If you can be a great all-around barber, there's nothing you can't do. So that's kind of what I've been trying to do lately is focus on my shear over combs, and I've been personally watching videos of texturing and trying to learn different techniques on how to get proper texture and just how to use your shears properly. The biggest thing is trying to keep that still blade still. I'm getting better, but that's just repetition. All this is repetition in the barber world. The more you do, the better you'll get at it. I told him I was going to put this in because he was messing around with me. So there you go, Keith. Gotcha. This is actually a really good friend of mine. He's actually a program director of a program here locally that helps men that are addicts. So he's on staff. He lives there full time. It was actually a program I went through. Maybe I'll do a video of my story and what I've been through and how it's been crazy getting to this point in my life. So I just took a little bit off top. He didn't want too much. I'm just kind of trimming it up. And then here, this is something Chris Bazio, I learned from him watching his videos. Blow dry the hair and get it good and dry, and then you'll see me, I'll lay it all forward. And this is when I go in and give it some texture here. Comb it all forward and then grab and point cut. His hair's not super long. I am setting in, it's kind of deep point cutting. It's kind of tough with hair this short, but and I'm still learning some of this texture, different ways to do it, and there's so much to it. Everybody thinks just point your scissors and cut into the hair, but you have to make sure you're point cutting in the right direction, and there's just so much to it. blowing all that excess hair out of his hair. Alright, now we're gonna style it up. He kind of likes a messy faux hawk look. Anytime I ever style this man's hair, he will go in the bathroom and change it. So this isn't really how he likes to wear, it's just how I styled it for the video. Alright guys, that's the cut. It was a quick one. I appreciate you guys watching. Smash the like button, guys. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. And I just appreciate everyone's support and just everyone who is hungry to learn like I'm hungry to learn. So I appreciate you guys. Stay tuned for the next video. And make sure you guys smash that like button. I appreciate it, guys. Peace.